All right. So the next question is, how many hours per week are your bookkeepers working? So our bookkeepers work full time for our company. So, 35, 40 hours a week is what they're working. And I'm guessing that this came up because I shared a chart where I talked about, and I'll go to that one. I shared a chart about what our expectations are for our team. And I think it was this chart. And let me make it a little bit bigger so everybody can see it. Perfect. That way. All right. There we go. All right. So I think the question came up because of the comment about like the client capacity. And so when it comes down to this, when we're working with our staff about like how many clients we expect them to be able to support, a lot of that came from us really doing some case studies and really analyzing like, as we looked at our clients, how much time does it really take to support our clients, whether it's to do the bookkeeping, to close the books, to do the review of it. Like we actually went through and we did a time study on, probably at the time it was probably like 75% of our clients at the time. And now we don't do it on every single one moving forward because we work with, similar businesses or businesses with similar size. So once we went through and we did that study, we could actually predict and understand like, here's how long it should take on average to support a client of this size. And what we would do is we created a kind of analysis to say, okay, if our average client has about, 170 transactions a month, or let's say if they had I think our average size was, I'd have to go back and look and see what our actual average size was. But what we did is we looked at, that 75% of our clients that we looked at, we said how many monthly transactions they had. And then what we said is how long does it take to actually support those? And when we went through that phase, that's how we could do the math to say, hey, we have a good idea on how much time it takes to support 15 clients, how much time it takes to support 20 clients, how much time it takes to support 25 clients. And then what we started to layer in is when you start using some of the automation and you start using some of the tools that we have in place to speed that process up, we started seeing that, hey, it was very possible for us to set those type of capacity targets, but we first had to do the capacity study. We looked at our current clients and we said, okay, all right, how many transactions do they have? How long is it taking? And then we looked at it for multiple clients so we can get a good average to be able to define what I guess you say, define what a realistic capacity looked like so that we were not setting our team up for failure with unrealistic goals.